Hi, I'm Sam, an author and illustrator. I've had a varied career working with children in graphic and illustrative design and even in marketing. But in 2018, I published my first two children's books, one that I wrote and one that I illustrated for another author. The book that I wrote and published in collaboration with our very talented illustrator is a story about a turtle and her challenges with plastic pollution as she travels across the oceans. It's an eco-conscious and educational story. The idea for this book actually began when I met Rachel over a coffee to find out a bit more about her illustration business. At the time, she was producing high quality and long-lasting clothing with her designs on. But the concept of being a clothing producer still was one she was struggling with, despite creating long-lasting products that weren't about fast fashion. To offset this, she had the idea of creating some kind of eco-friendly book. Instantly, I knew it was a project I wanted to be involved in. Having always wanted to write a children's book and knowing how vital this topic is, I had to be involved. So we started researching the market and found there were limited books available on eco topics for children. And of those that were available, a lot of them were overwhelming with doom and gloom messages. There's so much eco-anxiety in the world, and especially with our younger generation. I've always believed that every child should develop a love for learning, a passion for reading, an eco-mission and great morals so that they can develop from kind kids into the next generation of passionate, driven and successful communities. The environmental message is a challenging topic to talk about for anyone, but especially to talk about with the younger generation. As I said, many of the existing books out there were all doom and gloom, and The Guardian had even produced an article talking about the impact these books were having on children, with kids crying at the end of their bedtime stories. We have to be able to have these conversations about environmental challenges, because without talking about it, we can't bring awareness to the problem and we can't find solutions. But engaging children in environmental topics has to be done in a positive and empowering way. We can all become overwhelmed and anxiety-ridden talking about the state of the environment, but this just creates a lack of action. Overwhelm and anxiety lead to feeling hopelessness, and that doesn't inspire change. I believe it is vital to engage children in educational conversations. The younger generation is passionate and they're driven to make a difference. So by opening these lines of communication in a positive and empowering way, not only do we see the children taking action, but we see families and their communities taking action too. When we are all empowered to make those small changes, these small actions add up to make big positive change. Learning has to be fun and engaging. These conversations need to be simple and honest, and environmental change has to feel good and empowering. That's why creating opportunities for families, carers and educators to empower their children through fictionalized inspiring true stories and open communication is vital to our environmental mission as a community. So I encourage everybody to talk to the younger generation about these challenges, to talk to them about eco topics, and find ways to make it fun and inspiring and empowering. Look at the small changes you can make around you. Look at the ways to incorporate it into your day-to-day, because children deserve to feel empowered that they can make a difference. We all deserve to know that our small changes can add up to create big positive change and that we are empowered to make a difference.